What up, 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 what up? What's good, people? What is up? What is they went from the fourth level of hell and sent us down to the seventh level of hell. Why? Because then you got Kwanzaa pulling out her titties. The whore pulled out her titties. And these whore bags over here started feeling and fondling on her tits. What?
I don't have it to do with you. Girl, you can go over there, rant and rave. Girl, you can shake all your rainbow bright hair all you want, dear one. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I'm not doing this with you, dear one. I don't have nothing to do with you, and I'm done. Baby, you can scream my name from the rooftops from now till Jesus come back. I'm done after this.
Introduced to Tick's meat. Do you see what I see? Did y'all really hello, casting, wardrobe, y'all let him roll up out of wardrobe with these fans on, giving us all of this, thinking we were not going to see it? We have been waiting with bated breath and anticipating all season long for the slightest glimpse, and y'all just put it out there this episode in all of its magnificent glory.
Listen, that young man said, baby, you ate on this first date, you giving up the cooch on the first date, okay? Well, you gonna run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's our new theme song. That is the new song. Listen, somebody need to put a beat to that. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. Run me my cooch or run me my coins. That's what y'all got going on.
Called out Sandcastle. Sand, bitch. Ow. Oh my God, it was so funny, girl. Ooh, baby, listen, let me tell you something. This shit started to turn into the precursor for some gay porn. That's what I thought it was. Because Big T is getting all, the voice starting to go deeper and get a little more wet and moist and sentimental and all this shit. And it was real gay at this point. Like, I thought the bitches was going to start. I thought Lil Bird was going to turn Big T around and do him like he did Uncle Cliff and do the grease it up with City Lou and ran right in there. It's not a coincidence that Big T started off the conversation by trying to find out if Lil Bird was fucking Mercedes, which he found out he's not. It's also not a coincidence that he started talking about prison. Why? Because the bitches was probably fucking in prison. Uncle Cliff, you better go get your man. Big T got plans for that. Well, he had it on look like something Big Bird vomited up or something like that. Like, I did not like it. That Big Bird couture he was going for, it did not work. Like the pastor of a gay mega church on Easter Sunday. Okay, it was way too much sequins. He had on way too much makeup. Baby, his face looked like Iyanla Vanzant's neckline. Okay, just way too much makeup clumped in everywhere on his face. Get it together, sweetheart. Like, you're a big girl, so that gives you a whole lot of canvas. So that was a whole lot of makeup, honey. Yeah. Rico looked like he was auditioning to be one of the Three Kings, or he was auditioning to be the main character on Jesus Christ Superstar. Girl, Wayne, did you have on a blue thong or a blue G-string or something? If you did, I want to see it. Get me up in my DMs, and I do want to see if you have a blue thong or a blue, jock strap or something like that. I'd love to see it too. Anyway, but I liked it with the turtleneck. Now, Troy.
Hey to the motherfucking hey. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Hey, y'all. Hey. How are you all? Are y'all as happy to see me as I am to see you all? Are you all as happy to see me as I am to see you? Okay? Let the record show that your boy missed y'all. Okay? I missed y'all so much. But I had such a good time, y'all. Let me say hey to y'all, and we can catch up a little bit and stuff. Hey, Tracy W. My girl Demetria. Volvo. Hey, Cookie. Crazy Homebody Girl. Ravine. I'm gonna get the Ravine. I'm gonna do y'all right. I got y'all. Okay, I got y'all, Ravine. We gonna get there. Hey, Tanya Boo. Listen, Tanya met my family. And I try to tell people all the time, y'all think I'm bad, y'all ain't met them people that I'm related to. And Tanya and really me could tell you, my family, they're a whole nother level. You'd much rather deal with me than those clowns And I brought the good ones. Tanya met the good people, the people that we can stomach in the family. Why am I over here drinking two different things? I'm drinking Gatorade here, and listen. I hope y'all pray for my liver. Me and Tanya and really be our livers are gone. The way we was drinking this weekend, cha. You say we're gonna spike out today? Well. Look at who we have here. All the way from what's been going on down at the ghetto since I've been going, sir? Sir. Hey, Angela. I'm glad you get to come to class on time too. Hey, Universal Goddess. So Jeff. What's going on? What? Tamra, I missed you, boo. Hey, Drinks with Dean. What's going on? I had a wonderful weekend. The weekend was awesome. And you don't have to take my word for it. You could ask Tanya. Tanya was there. We had a good time. We had a good time. You say been so long, child. Hey, Antonio Boo. Symmetry, how are you? I still want to know if he had on the blue thong or the blue jock strap too. Cha. Yeah. Cha. Montrez, what's good, bruh? DPG, how are you? Mm-hmm. Ciao. Xavier. Hi, Xavier. Xavier. Did you miss me, my love? I missed you. Hey, Steph. Hey, Lock Queen. What's going on? How you been? Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Y'all, I've had a great a time was had. Ciao. A time was had by all. A time was had. Hey, Tracy C. Listen, Tanya was hanging out this weekend. Tanya, Tanya was around a lot of menses this weekend. There was a lot of menses all over the place. Oh, dear God. They was all over everywhere. Dear God. Tanya saw all of the men's all over the place. Tanya, did you Tanya got a chance to see what I get to hang around all the time. Cha. Yeah. Hey, Carl. She said I was causing trouble. No trouble. I just direct traffic and I get people together. That's what I do. Hey, Quake. What's going on, KDK? How the hell are you? You don't need to worry about that. Cha. Listen, Talia was over there. Talia was having a good time. Really, B was having a good time. My family was having a good time. I was having a good time. A good time was had by all. When I tell you we got drunk off our ass, we got drunk off our ass this week. When I tell you, because see, people think when I go out of town all the time that it'd be like, oh, he's going over there to just, shoot the shit and fuck off. I be working. I be working hard, 20-hour days. Ask Tanya, she'll tell you 20-hour days is what I do. 20-hour days. I be loving to come back to y'all and get some rest. Okay. KDK, you know me and Really B, we stay up on everything that's going on. I'm aware. I'm aware. She has been keeping me from getting into the fray because she knows it don't take much. Child. Grown woman, don't try me. What's going on? What is going on? So we're back in the saddle. We're back like we never left. A whole lot of shit has been going on. I gotta ease my way back in. You gotta ease it back in. You can't just go in full throttle. Hey, friend. People just ain't open like that. You know what I'm saying? You just can't go in rough shot, full throttle. You gotta ease your way back in it. Ease your way in it, okay? You gotta work your way in that thing. Work it in. You don't just go full throttle. You work it in. And then once they get good with it and comfortable with it, and they open up a little bit, then you can go. You can't just start off going. You got to work that thing in there and loosen them up and get them open. And once that thing open up, now you can go in and punch. I mean, I wouldn't know. I am pure and chaste. I'm as pure as the driven snow. Okay. Nevertheless. How you say, Vaughn? Right, Carl. You got to massage that thing to get it open. Hey, Candace F. Girl. Oh, right. Work the middle. Change position. Isn't that what Aaliyah said? Ooh, child. But I had a great weekend, y'all. It was a great weekend. Yeah, just so many surprises and things that I didn't know was gonna happen. I'm not playing with you, Angela. I'm not playing with you. Mm-hmm. Hero! Hey, hey. Hey, hey. Y'all, I'm hanging on to the last bit of my voice. Like I said, it's been a long week. I was out of town for a whole week. And I'm hanging on to what's left of my voice because Lord knows. Lord. I'm trying to hang on to what's left of my good voice. Okay. Anyway, we gotta get down to the get downs. Y'all know what I'm saying? We gotta get down to business. Hey Lee. Hey Uncle Jay. Cha. Yeah. What's going on, little baby? Hey, Lady Fee. I thought I already said hi to Chef Don Don. You know, when you coming all the way from you have to try to be acknowledged twice. I already spoke to Chef Don Don. I don't know where he was. Hey, Cindy Alex. Y'all fine. But yes, we are back in the saddle. Okay. Now, we got to get this party started, y'all. It's been a lot that's going on. Y'all had one job. Hey, Karen D. Hey, everybody coming over for Really B. What's going on? Go ahead and press the like button while you coming in. Go ahead and just hit the like button on your way in. You don't even got to waste no time. Just hit the like button. Y'all had one job though. What's going on? Hey, Miss Felicia Boo. So, hey, Lady Virtue, y'all only job was to keep shit regular and normal, no news, no foolery while I was going. Y'all couldn't do that. Really B says she has hall passes. I just want y'all to know that after meeting my family, Really B will never take me for granted. She will now appreciate that I am not the crazy one. As bad as y'all think that I am, Really B and Tanya will tell you, yeah, no, the family. And that was the part of the family that we allowed to come out. Ciao. Hey, Geechee girl. Ciao. Hey, Andrew. Hey, everybody coming in. Please hit the like button as you come in. Hey, Ocean Dreaming. Right. Y'all had one job to keep it together, keep the news cycle quiet while I was gone. So when I came back, I didn't have to come back to a whole bunch of foolery. And here we are. Really be no, she can't tell nothing. Child. They are clowns and characters. I'm not crazy, Xavier. Those people are. Ciao. Ciao. Anyway, can y'all go ahead and put a Shondo in the chat if y'all ready for me to get started? Really B told me, said, don't worry, she got it. Because she know I'll hop off the porch real fast. The Book of Darkness is somewhere in there, but when needed, it'll start levitating. I'll go grab it and dog walk a bitch. She know I will. Thank you. See, my sis gonna protect me. Hey, Complex 613. Hey, Butterfly. Y'all, I'm hanging on to my voice on a wing of a prayer. On a wing of a prayer. It looked like y'all are ready to get this party started. Now listen, Larry, you done had a whole week off. Larry, your voice should be pristine today. I mean, you should sound like the entire heavenly choir singing Handel's Messiah. Okay? When you come out here today, Larry. Hey, Cymera. Ciao. You better sound real good today. Larry, you done had a whole week off. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, non-binary, gender-conforming members of our audience, I bring to you the late great Larry Myers to help us usher in our Sugar Spike segment.
Oh God. You see, this is the part that I like.
Major Sugar Spike.
So loved the world, I want to fight. That he gave his only begotten son.
Major Sugar Spike.
And who shall ever believe?
Major Sugar Spike.
They shall not perish, but have everlasting life.
Taste the biscuit.
Jesus! I wish somebody help me.
Jesus. Thank you, Larry. That was pretty good, Larry. I see you, Larry. So I had to start off today because if I did not start off the day, where's my screens? Hold on, y'all. Get everything up for y'all. I had to start off today. Where's this at? The right way, because if I didn't, these people would have tackled me to the ground. So we start off today wishing a hearty, happy Founders Day to the Reds, to the devastating divas, to those girls that likes to don the crimson and the cream. We start off giving a hearty, happy Founders Day to all of the members of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, where they have 22 pearls. They were founded on January 13th, 1913, on the campus of Howard University by 22 strong Black women. 22 strong Black women. Now, I saved my birthday Capricorn shots for right now because all, and I do mean all, of the Divine Nine organizations that matter are Capricorns. The ones that matter, they're all Capricorns. You know, Kappas, the Noops, our Founders Day, we were founded in, all of the reds, just put your colors and your pyramids and stuff in the chat. I know Symmetry is the Delta. I know Ravine is the Delta. We got a bunch of Deltas up in here and stuff. Go ahead and just put your stuff in there. But us Noops, we're, our organization founded Capricorn season. Deltas, we got AKAs coming up later this week. The Zetas coming up later. All of the important people, their organizations are Capricorns. I know I think Uncle Jay had a Founders Day this past Thursday. Happy belated Founders Day to Uncle Jay and stuff. But today we'll celebrate the Deltas because I don't know if you looked on your timelines, but it's a sea of crimson and cream in on your timeline. Like the Deltas, they don't play around. When they come through, they bust through. They do. So listen, y'all. Can I tell y'all? My liver, when I take this shot, my liver is going to scream at me. Because do you even understand? Look at Uncle Jay. Look at him. Look at him. I know he had a look. They had a little bit of something on Friday. I guess if they Founders Day, they do the best they can over there for their Founders Day. Happy belated Founders Day, Uncle Jay. Oh man. But today, 113 years ago, Delta Sigma Theta was founded. We celebrate them. Some great, 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 great women are members of that organizations. So a Hardy. Look at Uncle Jay. He said, "Today is not your day, Uncle Jay. Let it go. Y'all had y'all little raggedy little day the other day. It's over. It's over." Lord. Yeah, he a Sigma Hero. They had their little raggedy day on Friday or whenever it was. I don't remember. It ain't that serial. Grr. Cha. But today we celebrate the Deltas. Look at her. 113 years ago, 22 women had to go. You know how they go. Don't you know how they gonna start? Don't start them. Do not start these women because they will not stop. I'm not even going on my timeline today. I posted Happy Founders Day and then left it there. Didn't even try to start naming people. Just Happy Founders Day to all y'all Reds. Because if I start naming y'all and I forget somebody, I'll be done got choked to death. The Deltas are the ones who you do not want to play around with. They are absolutely the ones you don't want to get into it with. No. Those are not the ones that you want to get into it with. No. Child, look at Symmetry coming through. Come through, bust through. Child. But this birthday Capricorn's caps lock shot is to not only the Deltas, but anybody whose birthday is today. And for all my fellow Capricorns, we're still celebrating. Capricorn season goes all the way until February 14th. At that point, we'll let the Aquarius people, whoever those people are, we'll let them have like a week or so. That's all they need. They ain't really that important. But yeah, shout out to the Deltas, the Reds, the Devastating Divas, those girls. Uh huh. Uh huh. I'm sorry. I said they were 22 pearls. They were 9 white pearls. Excuse me. The AKAs have 20 pearls. The Delta said we have 9 white pearls. That's what they have. All right. Anyway, y'all know how we say, don't start laughing, Tanya. Do not start laughing. Up to it, down to it, whatever they say, we just do it. Cheers to you. That wasn't that bad, only because I've been drinking all weekend. So my body is literally like, oh, we starting again? You know, my body is literally like, oh, we starting again. I've been drinking all weekend. Baby, they had every kind of liquor you could think about, every kind of cigar you could think about. They had it all. If you were a liquor drinker or a cigar smoker, baby, they had everything you could ever imagine you wanted in your life. Anyway, not back when you was straight. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, shout out to the Reds, to the Deltas. Y'all get them some love. Shout out to all of my fellow Capricorns who share a birthday today. Shout out to y'all. We love y'all. It's Caps Lock until the end of Capricorn season. And then now we have to dive into the fuck shit. So while I was out, Harold, I did. Harold, you may not know this, and Tanya and Really B can tell you because they saw it. I have a whole team of people. I don't have to do, I literally don't have to do anything. Like people are at my call. If I need anything, they have it for me right there. I don't have to want for nothing. I don't have to do nothing. And so when you go in my room, they have Gatorade and BioLights and waters and the whole bar that they put up in my hotel room. Like people literally take care of me. And I'm not trying to be that guy. Like I'm like, oh, girl, it ain't that serious. It's not until you see it, you be like, yeah, he kind of does have people that wait on him hand and foot if he wants. So at least for the next few months, and then it's over. And the team is a much listen. But yeah, they take care of listen, they don't play around. Not about this one. Harold said, I'm not making a Delta with in my hat. Harold came right out and said, listen, I ain't making nothing. Please, I don't need no smoke with you. I don't need no smoke with you girls. Because we already know if there's any slight sign of disrespect to them ladies, they'll gang tackle you. So while I was out, we had the tragic and untimely death of Renee Good. By ice. We already predicted this. Did we not? Have we not been screaming this? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Have I not been saying this is happening? This is going to happen? Have I not been screaming that since last year? All last year, I said people are going to die. They're going to murder American citizens. Y'all recall in the beginning, I said they're going to stop using tear gas and they're going to use the guns that they have in their hands. Y'all, anybody remember me saying that? Way, way, way months and months and months and months and months and months and months ago when this first started. Anybody remember me saying they're not going to just use tear gas. They're actually going to use real bullets and somebody's going to die. If you recall, I said that. Put a 27 in the chat if you've been here since I've been screaming this. Here we are. Here we are. And here we are. These people are murderers and they do not care. And it gets worse. So now we're here in the aftermath, right? And then there's this. Several leaders of a unit within the United States Department of Justice have resigned in the aftermath of the death of Renee Good and the Trump administration's refusal to investigate the fatal ICE shooting. The Department of Justice has refused to even investigate the shooting. Maybe you all did not hear me correctly. So I'll say it again. Because I've been telling you all, these people ain't wrapped tightly. Hey, the informed. The Department of Justice in these yet to be United States of America outright said they fucking refuse to even investigate the shooting. This is the same Department of Justice that fraudulently investigated Tish James and James Comey, and that shit was thrown out. This is the same Department of Justice who's supposed to be an independent agency, yet are working as law enforcement agencies specifically for the president, even though they're supposed to be independent, right? Working for a president who outright said just the other day, yeah, the Civil Rights Act was a problem. And it was a problem because it hurt white people, specifically white men. There was reverse racism against white men. So that there was nothing good about the Civil Rights Act. Oh, said that out loud. Full throated, full chest. That's what your president said. I can't make this shit up. That's what he said. Now, white women in America, y'all have this white woman, Renee Nicole Good, who was murdered, killed in cold blood by ICE. But you know what white women in America are going to do? They're going to say, "Oh, this is not a problem." They're going to other her because she's a lesbian. That's what they're going to. That's what white women across America. Oh, she's going to be othered. She's not one of us. She's one of those people over in the Rainbow Coalition compound. She's one of those others. She has a wife, and y'all know we're getting rid of marriage equality in just a few shakes anyway. So she wasn't one of us. She was one of them. Mm-hmm. Here we are. Here we are. So you had several leaders at the DOJ that said, "Fuck this shit, I'm gone." I don't know why the fuck it took y'all this long. We're a year in, and now this is the it's too far now. Now this is the line in the sand. the straw that broke the camel's back. I see all of these people irate and losing their minds right now over things, and we'll get to another thing people are losing their mind about. And I'm like, we're here now? Have y'all not been witness to what the fuck has been going on since January 20th of the year of our Lord 2025? Where the fuck have you bitches been for the last fucking year? Because bitches are losing their fucking minds over shit. And we've had atrocity after atrocity. We've seen the systematic diminution of the entirety of this experiment that they call the Democratic Republic of the yet to be United States of America. We've seen this shit. We've watched this shit in real time. We've watched these people utilize the Constitution as fucking toilet paper. We literally watched the man tear down the fucking White House. And some of you same bitches that's over there losing your minds now, all of a sudden we've gone a step too far. Where the fuck have you bitches been for the last year? Well, we've been over here screaming from the fucking rooftops. Now all of a sudden it's way too far. Oh, we're already here. We're already here. I give no high fives. You get no brownie points. You get no kudos over here. If now, I'm turning in my resignation letter. Really? Really? Because the fuck shit that has been, y'all have been here, and I've had to report on story after story, item after item of things that in our wildest imaginations we could not have dreamed of happening. But now this is a step too far. Here we are. Now, according to news outlets, at least 4 officials within the criminal section of the Civil Rights Division, which investigates police killings, resigned in protest, despite video footage seemingly contradicting claims made by your president and others that Renee Good was attempting to run over ICE agents with her vehicle. Assistant Attorney General for Civil Rights, Hermeet Dillon, decided not to investigate the incident from last week. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Listen, I have no I have nothing for these people. You all have sat there and decided to continue to work for these people. And when you sit your ass there and you continue to work for these people, you do their biddings, you shut the fuck up, and you do whatever the fuck they tell you, and don't bat an eye. Baby, I have nothing for you. You decided to resign because now this white woman is, and I'm not trying to make it, I'm not trying to make this a race issue because she's a white woman. It doesn't matter if she was white, black, blue, or purple. My point is, how did you think this was not going to happen? Again, how did you think this wasn't going to happen? I'm going to say this one more time. How did you think this wasn't going to happen? Because Renee Good obviously was a step too far, but what about Keith Porter? Because y'all are going to speak loud and proud about this white woman who was killed at the hands of ICE, but not speak of Keith Porter, who was also killed by ICE on New Year's Eve, right? Mm-hmm. No smoke for nothing for that, right? No outrage, nothing. Hey, lovely 31 Blueprint. Hey, Mr. Bay Thing. No smoke for this black man that was killed on New Year's Eve, right? That wasn't a step too far. They wouldn't even dream of investigating that. And y'all have that wasn't enough. You know how many black people have been murdered? Where was the investigation by the Department of J into them snatching black people out of their apartment buildings and hog tying them and sitting them in the middle of the road, talking about they're doing immigration enforcement in Chicago, had children with zip ties on them laying on the ground at 2 and 3 in the morning. There was no investigation there. But I guess it didn't matter, right? What about the Hispanic Latinx people that some have been murdered, some have been maimed, some have been crippled, beaten, and dragged all over the fucking place for the last year, right? Where's the investigation into that? Oh, they decided not to do one, and you didn't bat an eye. I keep telling you all, at the moment when you stay silent, when they do these things to one group of people, understand the shit is coming to you at some point. You will not be absolved. You will not escape. When you stay silent, when these people do this to others, understand that you've made it open season for you to do this to you. There are literally women who are pregnant that are being brutally beaten and thrown to the ground and things. There was an article that I read yesterday. I did not include it in the dossier today. It didn't make the dossier, where this same Department of Justice is refusing to investigate the fact that ICE workers have been sexually assaulting ICE detainees. And there's the refusal to do any investigations on that. You got any smoke about that? And I'm not trying to diminish Renee Good and the fact that this woman was murdered in cold blood and should be here. But we've been here for some time. And I give no brownie points to these DOJ leaders that all of a sudden decided that they were going to grow a conscience. After we've had a year of this fuck shit. I'm just saying. Now, I need y'all to have what I need police chiefs around the country. I need y'all to have smoke like the police chief up there in Philadelphia, who said she had some words.
Good afternoon. I'm Rochelle Bilal, the sheriff for the city and county of Philadelphia. And I say her name, Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. Renee Good. This should not have happened, but we're here today. Let know that law enforcement professionals, real ones, not the fake made up ICE, probably trumps a new army to attack citizens of the United States. Did you hear what I said? No law enforcement professional wears a mask. None. None. Those that come into our communities wearing a mask to commit crime, thank God for our district attorney, Larry Kraftner, who said he's going to lock them up. And I'm saying now, we are not going to whisk you away for them to hide your identity, because when you do it there, you're getting arrested there. No whisk away for them to hide you. None of that here. None of that here. Law enforcement professionals do not shoot at moving vehicles. I'm not saying fleeing, because she wasn't fleeing. She was getting out of the way. Law enforcement professionals do not stand in front of moving vehicles invoking an action that is illegal. No, we don't. And so we stand here today with all those who stand against the made-up, fake, what you can call ICE, professional law enforcement. I don't call them none of that. I call them made-up, fake, wannabe law enforcement. Because what they do is against not only legal law, but the moral law. So I'm with the DA, and we will work with them. If any of them want to come in this city and commit a crime, you will not be able to hide. Nobody will whisk you off. You don't want this smoke, because we will bring it to you. And the fake, whatever they call them, because I can't say the name, but the criminal in the White House would not be able to keep you from going to jail. Renee Good should be here today. And to her family, we are saying law enforcement professionals are not the ones here in this city that would do that. But here's the last thing that I will say. Law enforcement professionals around the country do their job, and we have been fighting for years to build that bridge between us and our communities. You have one negative nutcase that causes this problem, and now we all have to fight again to let people know law enforcement works with communities. These crimes would not be down if we didn't have communities work with us. Thank you.
I'm here for it. Shout out to Sheriff Bilal. Again, a black woman had to come and set the record straight. Now, I'm glad you said that, little baby. Little baby, you've been here probably as long as anybody. One of my oldest members and moderators and subscribers. Little baby, you've been here since 2020. And I know you've been here earlier than that, but you were here around 2020. That was 6 years ago now, when I was screaming that the Civil War is coming. Many of you all were here when I have said over and over and over, we are at the cusp of a civil war in these yet to be United States of America. And people say I be being hyperbolic and that I'm rage baiting, and I've been saying it for a long time. But again, we got all of this shit happening. And if I almost said Megan Goods, God don't let that woman die. But if Renee Goods' untimely demise and murder at the hands of ICE is the impetus for some type of change or for some reckoning that will come, then I'm here for it. I told y'all from the beginning, change will not happen without bloodshed. I've been screaming this. I have been saying nothing's going to change without there being some bloodshed. And that's not palatable for everybody. Everybody wants there to be peaceful and calm change, or sometimes change will not come without there being bloodshed. Hey, Marty, what's going on, boo? It absolutely is. So, listen. That's what Xavier, I think there's going to be more bloodshed. They said they're not even going to investigate this. But what I will say is, and I know Demetria said she got to speak in front of her church. Demetria, I hope you can get that stream so we can watch it, so we can support you and watch it. But what I will say is this: what we have to understand as Black people, we have gotten out of understanding that we all are in this fight. We cannot turn a blind eye and say, oh, that's not my people, so that's not my fight. I don't care about it. Because it is going to come back to us. Mm-hmm. Hey, Miss Shorty B. So I applaud Sheriff Rochelle Bilal, because Black women always have to come and try to save America. And here's another Black woman trying to save America, Representative Ayanna Pressley. She introduced a bill to end qualified immunity for ICE officers following the fatal murders of Keith Porter and Renee Good. And they're not the only two, as well as others. Mm-hmm. Representative Presley said, quote, our bill sends a powerful message to everyone in America, citizen or not, that when ICE agents break the law, they should and will be held accountable. For Renee Good, Keith Porter, Nenko Ganchev, and every death at the hands of federal law enforcement, Congress must end qualified immunity. End of quote. The Qualified Immunity Abolition Act of 2026 would grant victims the right to sue federal law enforcement officers as well as state and local officers for civil rights violations and abolish the defense of qualified immunity in court. The introduction of the bill comes a week after the fatal shooting of Renee Good, a 37-year-old mother and poet who was shot in the face by an ICE agent in Minneapolis, Minnesota, as well as Keith Porter, a 43-year-old father who was shot by an off-duty ICE officer in Los Angeles on New Year's Eve. Mm-hmm. I'm here for it, Ayanna. I'm here for it. Do I believe that it has an ice cube chance in hell of making it into law? Nope. I don't even think it'll even reach the House floor. I don't even think it'll get a vote, Marty, on the House floor, much less get voted on by Republicans. In other news, where people are losing their fucking minds. So the other day while I was out, it came out that the Department of Justice, who want no smoke to investigate the murder of Renee Good, but they are now launching an investigation into Fed Chairman Jerome Powell. Mm-hmm. 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 Yep. So they are looking to they are launching, I should say, a probe and investigation into Jerome Powell and the Federal Reserve over the renovation of their headquarters in Washington, D.C. This comes after your president asked Jerome Powell to lower interest rates. And Jerome Powell, and he has a whole committee of governors there who make the decision collectively, said no. And now this is retaliation. Now, Republicans are doing what they do. They'll come out and they'll speak against this, say this is a step too far. You can't do this. The Fed is independent, and you can't do retaliatory investigations into the Fed chair. These monies were already allocated to renovate the building. It was $2+ billion that was already allocated to renovate the building, and the fact that you're launching an investigatory probe into Jerome Powell is a step too far. And I'm hearing this all over the place, right? Even fucktard, fuck bitch Senator John Kennedy out of Louisiana spoke out about it, saying, quote, "We need this like we need a hole in the head," end of quote. Tomorrow, or at least by the weekend, he'll be saying the complete opposite. When his God King tells him to stand the fuck down, he's going to stand the fuck down. Senator John Kennedy out of Louisiana, you really only have about 10 minutes left on the earth. And I see that you want to spend your last 10 minutes on earth being a decrepit and deplorable young man. Now, that manic ass whore that they have in the District of Columbia, serving as U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia, you know that manic ass whore, Janine Pirro, that was on Fox News, that they now have sitting as the U.S. Attorney for the District of Columbia. She claimed that the DOJ's probe into the Federal Reserve would not have happened, quote, if they had just responded to our outreach, end of quote. She wrote on X, formerly Twitter, quote, the United States Attorney's Office contacted the Federal Reserve on multiple occasions to discuss cost overruns and the chairman's congressional testimony, but were ignored, necessitating the use of legal process, which is not a threat. The word indictment has come out of Mr. Powell's mouth, no one else's. None of this would have happened if they had just responded to our outreach. The office makes decisions based on the merits, nothing more and nothing less. We agree with the chairman of the Federal Reserve that no one is above the law, and that is why we expect his full cooperation. End of quote. Now, the Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell said in a statement this past Sunday that the Justice Department served the Fed with grand jury subpoenas and threatened a criminal indictment related to his testimony before the Senate Banking Committee in June, when he discussed the estimated $2.5 billion renovations to the central bank headquarters in Washington, D.C. Ms. Shapiro, come here. Come up to the whiteboard. Do you think that he would have even mentioned the threat of the indictment had you not mentioned the threat of the indictment in the communication that you sent to him? But now we're in the middle of the authoritarian dictatorship. We're not getting there. We are there. Y'all let us get to this authoritarian dictatorship, and here the fuck we are. Here we are. Marty, I'm already making arrangements because I know my I can count my 401k and 403b. I could almost uh, uh, um, just surmise that shit is going to go into the ground. Like, I'm going to have to work until I'm like 85 years old, because at the rate that we're going, my 401k and my 403b won't be worth a damn by the time I get there. Y'all let this authoritarian dictatorship happen. And now that we're deep into it, now everything is a problem. You saw this coming. I ain't gonna even, I'm not going down that road again. Let me move on. In more sugar spiky news. Well, this is a problem. The Environmental Protection Agency, yeah, that'd be the EPA, says it will stop, again, it will stop calculating how much money is saved in healthcare costs of avoided and deaths prevented from air pollution rules that curb two deadly pollutants. The change means the EPA will focus, excuse me, y'all, pop-up came up. Will focus rules for fine particulate matter and ozone only on the cost to that industry, part of a broader realignment under President Trump toward a business-friendly approach that has included the rollback of multiple policies meant to safeguard human health and the environment and slow climate change. So, in layman's terms, the rules that the EPA will now put out to companies and industries that traditionally cause pollution that could hurt people, those are all going away. They will focus their rules only on things that negatively and directly affect that individual industry. So if it hurts the industry and their bottom dollar, those will be the rules that they're going to focus on, making sure that there's no hurt or harm to the fucking companies. Doing away with rules and regulations built in to help avoid healthcare costs to individuals that live within the area, or in the greater area, meaning things that could cause pollution to the air, harm to the ozone layer, and things that could actually cause air pollution that could add to healthcare costs. They're doing away with all of that. As long as money is being made, even if we're all dead and the machines still are making and producing money, they could give a damn. All of us could die tomorrow. They don't give a fuck as long as they're making money, even if they're making money while they're dead. Here we are. hmm There sure is over in Louisiana. Sure is. In more sugar spiky news, Representative Randy Fine, yes, that Randy Fine, the one with allegations of sexual assault and sexual harassment out of the great state of Florida. He has introduced a bill to make Greenland the 51st state. I'm not. I don't have the energy. I'm not doing this with y'all. But this is a real thing. I mm, mm-mm, mm-mm, mm-mm. Going on. I ain't got the type of time. Nope. In other, I told y'all I'm holding on to a voice. In other sugar spiky news, um, did I do that story? Okay, here we go right here. So the Trump administration is terminating temporary protected status for Somalis living in the United States, giving hundreds of people 2 months to leave the country or face deportation. The Homeland Security Secretary, that bitch Christy Nome, the dog killer, said in a statement that conditions in the East African country have improved sufficiently and that Somalis no longer qualify for the designation under federal law. She said, quote, temporary means temporary, end of quote. She went on to say, quote, we're putting Americans first. Meanwhile, across town, you're spending billions of dollars, 40 billion to be exact, in a country like Argentina just to get a dictator elected. You're sending billions of dollars across the globe to Israel to fund their war, to help them give their people free health care, free health care, free health care, to give their people free college, free college, free college, and none of that for us. But we'll put Americans first. I reported on this because this is not this goes back to the 2024 election. Your president still has all the smoke in the world for Tim Walz, and the people in the great state of Minnesota have to bear the brunt of that. I did tell you all some months ago that Somalians have the highest percentage of people who come here that are American citizens. Somali Americans that immigrate here have the highest. They're the percentage of Somali people that come to America that become citizens is in the 80th percentile. It's in the 80s. Higher than any other group of people from anywhere. In our last sugar spiky story of the day. Oh no, DC would never get it. Oh no. No. Oh, you looking for them to make DC the no. Not with all you niggas over there. Hey, Twin Flames. It's too many of you coloreds. It's too many of you coloreds down to the DC. No. It's too many of you Hispanic and Latinx people down to the Puerto Rico. No, we ain't gonna have no bad bunnies around here talking about they're the 51st state. Meanwhile, they're already U.S. citizens. But who the fuck am I? In our last sugar spiky story, Morris Brown College president Dr. Kevin James has been fired by the school's board. Both he and the institution confirmed this yesterday. According to a statement from him on LinkedIn, the news was delivered to him without, quote, specific cause or substantive explanation, end of quote. And he cited overreaching from the board as an issue. Now, he had a very long letter that he wrote. I'm not going to get into it because it was very long. It was very well written. Now, I ain't going to even hold you. I am not going to even hold you. They don't already took the man's name, I'm sorry, they done already took the man off the website. Uh, I mean, it looks like it was done under the cloak of darkness. Now, Morris Brown College released a statement on his termination saying, quote, Dr. James has played a meaningful role in guiding the institution through critical seasons of growth, resilience, and transformation. The board thanks him for his dedication to the students, faculty, staff, and alumni, and the broader Morris Brown College community, and wishes him well in his next chapter. End of quote. Now, uh, Dr. Kevin James had been president since 2019. And he is credited with earning the school's accreditation back after the school had lost its accreditation in 2002. And when he became president, he brought them back to having accreditation in 2021. Mm. Listen, I ain't got nothing to do with it. I don't have nothing to do with it. I don't know what y'all want from me. Now, if you're asking me, some don't sound right. But we've seen this quite a bit. Uh, um, it- it- mm. There's a storied history of this. Uh, uh, um, all over the place. Now I've met Kevin J. I've met this man. I have absolutely met. I know him, and I'm in organization. He's not in. I think if last time I remember, he's a Q. Yeah, Kevin James is a Q. But we're in other organizations together. Hey, Catherine Powell, we were just talking about your city. Um, Something doesn't smell right about this little baby. Something doesn't smell right about this at all. At all. Something is going on. Um, I wonder. Mm, mm, I wonder if now I've seen people who have an axe to grind with a president and they'll give money or offer positions and stuff to people on the board just to vote him out. So I'm going to look at both sides of this. I've seen situations like that. I've also seen other situations where the individual had something really bad going on, and to try to help that person save face, there's this abrupt firing. But this sounds more like let me give you a patted handshake. Let me give you some stuff, offer you a position, offer you and with that, I need your vote to get him out. We're gonna find it's gonna come to the surface, but something does not smell right here. On one of the two, it's either his side something went on, and they're trying to save face for the university by quickly getting him out of there, or something went wrong, and there's some shady shit going on that on the university board. Hmm. Hmm. I don't know, but yeah, we'll monitor the situation. When they do Xavier, when they do an abrupt firing like that, it's usually something that's going to come to like not right now, but in a little bit. Like I've seen where something's happened with money, and maybe there's an audit coming toward the end of the year, or in some months, maybe 6, 7, 8 months from now, and people will have forgotten about this. And so they'll try to terminate that president, get somebody new in there so that they could try to mitigate the situation and get the optics and eyes off of it. I don't know. I don't know. Morris Brown is a private institution. It is not state. Let me make sure. Let me check myself. Hold on. Morris Brown College, from what I remember, no, it is very much private. So that means that with it being a private institution, this has more nefarious things going on. We'll see. We will see. Anyway, right. Something don't sound. I'm telling y'all, something's rotten. Yeah, something ain't right. On one of the two sides, something is wrong. It's either something wrong with the board or something happened with Kevin James. And I've met Kevin James. I've met him. So anyway, it's time for our video breakdowns. I have just three. Just three. The first one, I'm just going to play the first one and let these girls get this out the way. Here you go.
To cross those lands, over into Delta Sigma, Beta Land, step while I step, my sisters and me are the soul, step by step, we have stepping sorors, we have strived to cross those lands, over into Delta Sigma, Beta Land, step while I step, my sisters and me are the soul, step by step, we have stepping sorors, we have strived to cross those lands, over into Delta Sigma, Beta Land, step while I step, my sisters and me are step by step, we have stepping sorors, we have strived to cross those lands.
That was our tribute to the Reds. All right, it's done. I'll see y'all on Thursday, AKAs, and I'll see y'all on Fridays, the Zetas. Here's our next video breakdown. Now, I'm going to have to play this a few times because it took me like 5 or 6 times before I got it. So, here we Whoever made that, I can't unsee it. It took me long enough to see it the first time. I don't. I get what they're saying, but I can absolutely unsee it. That was our second video breakdown. Here's our last video breakdown of the day. Where are you at? Last video breakdown. Hey, Jason. Here's our last video breakdown.
I'm petty. Yeah, I'm petty. P-E to the T-T-Y.
I'm here for all parts of it. I'm here for all parts of that. That's my level of petty. I'm just saying. Look at y'all. Y'all are just some nasty people. What's up, Jason? All right. So as we do the stanky leg out of the sugar spike segment and deeper into the dossier, in a shocking turn of events, my frat brother Mike Tomlin, hey Miss Kiki, my frat brother Mike Tomlin is stepping down as the head coach of the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now, Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers did get dog walked last night by the Houston Texans. I mean, they lost 30-6. And people have been there have been talk throughout the season because they didn't have that well of a season as people would like, but they still made the fucking playoffs. And they still fired this man. Now I think Mike Tomlin did this because Mike Tomlin is a good Kappa man. He's a good noob, and he's gonna always do the right thing. I think Mike Tomlin did this to spare the Rooney family from having to hear this mess and this fodder, because the Rooney family is loyal. I don't believe by any stretch of the imagination that had Mike Tomlin not stepped down as head coach, he would be fired. I don't think they were going to fire him at all. And so he said, let me save y'all the trouble. And let me just go ahead and step down. Now for those of you who don't know, they made the Rooney Rule because of Mike Tomlin. Now, more than I know politics, and I know a lot of politics, people who know me know I know sports. And if y'all remember, Mike Tomlin, I remember he was defensive coordinator for the Minnesota Vikings. Mike Tomlin, and how I remember because I'm from Miami, Mike Tomlin went and interviewed for the job for the head coaching job for the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins said, mm-mm. And I remember the Miami Herald quoted the owner of the Miami Dolphins saying that Mike Tomlin was, I think he said he was too hip hop. I think that's what he said, if I remember correctly. I believe he said Mike Tomlin was too hip hop. If I remember correctly, that's the term he used. And the Rooney family had already interviewed somebody that would have fit into the Rooney Rule, but they went and interviewed because they heard that Mike Tomlin did a great job during his interview, and they went and interviewed Mike Tomlin because they had heard he did such a good job, and they wanted to do right by him. And when he interviewed, he blew them away. They hired him. First year they did good. The second year he was there, they won the Super Bowl. I remember. No, you're talking about Brian Flores. Now that's Brian Flores who's still suing the NFL right now because he went and interviewed for the Giants, and Bill Belichick, who was still working for the was still working for New England Patriots, called Brian Flowers, or not called him, texted. Now Brian Flowers is a black man. Brian Flores, excuse me. Brian Flores and Bill Belichick messed up and texted Brian Flores and said, "You got the job." Brian Flores texted Bill Belichick back and said, "I haven't even interviewed yet." What happened was Bill Belichick meant to text Brian Daboll and not Brian Flores, and he had already talked to the general manager at the Giants, and they told him, "Yeah, we're going to go ahead and give it to Brian Daboll," even before Brian Flores had even got the chance to do an interview. They had already said. And so that's who that was, little baby. That was Brian Flores. Um yeah. Hmm. So um yeah, and the Giants just fired Brian Daboll last week. See how well that went. Hmm. But Brian Flores subsequently sued the NFL, and Mike Tomlin hired Brian Flores as one of, I think he hired him as defensive coordinator that same year, and said, "Nah, bro, come over here. I got you. Don't worry about it." But he's stepping down. He says he's going to step away from football for a minute, meaning he's not going to immediately go take another job with another team. So, but listen, I have no reason to believe. Think about what this man has done. He's been with them since, I believe, 2007. I believe he's been with them since like 2007, 2008, somewhere around there, almost 20 years. And if you look at his record, the man makes the playoffs every year. He's one of the winningest coaches ever in terms of percentages. So he could be hired anywhere with any team at any point in time. Bruh, go do some commentating, get you a job in the booth, commentating for a few years. Have somebody pay you $100 or so million and get your money. I ain't even mad about it. I ain't even mad about it. I mean, he's a Kappa man. He's a noob. He's gonna land on his. He's fine. But we certainly were shocked to hear that. Definitely did not want to hear that. But he announced that earlier today that he would be stepping down. He said, quote, "This organization has been a huge part of my life for many years, and it has been an absolute honor to lead the team. I want to also thank Steelers Nation. Your passion, loyalty, and high expectations represent what makes this franchise truly special. Coaching in Pittsburgh is unlike anywhere else, and I will always take great pride in having been a steward of this team." End of quote. Um, what Mike Tomlin is easier, one of the greatest to ever do it. Black, white, blue, or purple. I'm just glad that he is black. But when you black and they give you these chances, you have to be 1,000 times better than your white counterparts. And then there's that. So a great kudos and send off to Coach Tomlin. That young man right there is former NFL player Sam Beal, Beal, who played for the New York Giants. So, according to his sister, he's been missing for 7 months. 7 months. Like, first of all, there's no way my family member going missing for that many months and people just starting to hear about it. Hey, Janae, 7 months, Tracy, 7 months. And now his sister is finally saying something. Well, let me take that back. She may have said something, um, and maybe people didn't hear her, but it's coming out now. Baby, I would have been on every microphone I could find. I would have been on every TikTok, Instagram video. I would have been calling people to get all kinds of stuff. I would have been calling every one of his teammates, seeing if they know. Hell, I would have been calling the groupie skanks to see if they knew where the fuck he was. They say they just stopped hearing from him. No goodbye, no explanation, nothing. Um, Now they said they his sister said, quote, tomorrow makes it 7 months since we've last heard from him, from or seen my brother. We've done everything we could on our end to piece things together. And at this point, we're in desperate need of support on all ends. End of quote. That's what his sister Essence Janae said. She posted on Facebook. Now they said that he was supposed to use her car to drive to work, only to allegedly make his way to Virginia Beach instead. After speaking to his girlfriend and telling her he would head back, he failed to do so and hasn't been heard from since. Something don't sound right. It sounds like, and I hate to say this, if he went to the girlfriend, told the girlfriend, "Hey, I'm about to make my way back to drop the car back off to my sister," and never made it, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I hate it. And I'm not trying to sound flippant about that or like or unconcerned, but it's been 7 months. 7 months. Um I at least hope that they at least find him alive or at least find the remains so that family can have closure because I know I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. I don't know if he hurt himself. I don't know if he drove off into a ditch, had a car accident. I don't know if something happened to him. He went to a store and and somebody off. I don't know. It's too many scenarios, but I do think that family should have some closure. In other news, so y'all remember this story with Rashay Rice and the baby and his baby mama and stuff, his ex girlfriend and fiance. Well, um, Rashay Rice's baby mama, Dakota Jones, she had all kinds of posts on her social media and stuff like that. And so people have noticed that she tried to, under the cloak of darkness, delete all of her posts that appeared to accuse him of domestic violence. Like they were there and then people checked and then they weren't there. Like she had posted pictures of her bruises and calling him controlling and saying that he beat her and saying that he will put his hands on her while she was pregnant with his child and all kinds of stuff. Remember he got arrested and stuff. We reported on all of that over here. All of that. They said she had dozens of posts about everything, and then magically it went away. I don't know what the situation. I don't know if she was informed by people who know better to say, "Hey," because I know. Remember, she had a loss. I mean, a restraining order against him, and then a temporary one, and then it didn't go. The judge decided to remove it, or they had arrested him and then they let him out because they were like, "It's nothing to see here." Um, I don't know, but they say she done took it all down. Maybe mm, I, when the court dropped the case and decided not to continue her temporary restraint because they gave her the initial temporary restraining order and then they dropped the restraining order. Then they let him out of jail and dropped the charges. And she left all of the domestic violence posts and pictures and stuff. Because remember, he choked her and all kinds of stuff and beat her. She was showing like the mouth and stuff. We reported on all of that. Ma'am, I think somebody sent you a cease and desist and said, yeah, take that shit down, or you're going to have yourself a problem. I don't know Miss Jones. Her name is Dakota Jones. I don't know, ma'am. I'm not here to victim shame. I don't know what happened to you, but the judge and the court said it's nothing to see here. Now, I'm not saying we know the criminal justice system in these yet to be United States of America ain't about shit. Ain't about shit. And they get stuff wrong. But the fact that you took everything down yourself, I don't know. It ain't looking too good, Miss Jones. I ain't got nothing to do with it, ma'am. Cover's got. Now who is this woman? Because y'all keep telling me that that's Nene, and I refuse to believe y'all. If y'all think that's bad. I tried to be nice to Nene by putting that picture up. I want y'all to see what Bravo put up for her, okay? Now, I'm not a makeup guy, okay? I'm not a makeup person. But in my estimation, them eyebrows or Nene are just as bad as weak. What's going on with them eyebrows? Is that the new trend for eyebrows? Like, I'm trying to, before we even get to whatever the fuck this story is, and I chose to be nice to this woman by not putting that picture up. But that's the picture that TMZ got on their story. I put this one up, right? TMZ said, fuck that shit. Let's put the unibrow up. Is that a unibrow? Girl, what is that? It's terrible lighting, but it still look too thick. Like them some thick eyebrows. Like, I don't know. I did pull wig into this. Girl, some off with the, I don't care how much you tell me it's the bad lighting. Some is off by the eyebrow. It looked like a unibrow almost. They just look too thick to me. Mamiana say, baby, me and Nene got the same makeup artist and she's really good. She done had too many procedures. Baby, I don't know. Not as thicker than the hair on her head. Girl, I cannot. And I don't know nothing about makeup. Tracy says give it 2016 eyebrows. Xavier, I don't know. I ain't got nothing to do with it, Xavier. I don't know what y'all want from me. I don't know what y'all want from me. Right. Wig over there saying, now how the hell I get in this? Poor Wig is over there like, now how the hell I get in this? Wig say I ain't did that. Now that is too funny. Y'all ought to leave Wig alone. I'm sorry, Wig. You didn't deserve that. That's funny. Not that she got burnt from. Not that she got burnt from. Oh God. Oh, now I need to see the side by side. Oh, I can't stand you. Oh, I can't stand. Oh, I can't. Oh, hold on. Hold your line. Hold your line. Because y'all need this side by side. God of mercy. God of love. Oh, y'all need this side by side in y'all life. Hold on. Hold on. Hold your line. Hold on. Let me get this for y'all. Let me try to make that. Okay. So, we're going to do this. I'm going to put you on this side and put this on this side, right? I see it. And the fact that you would bring that to our attention. Not wig always catching stray. She ain't caught no stray follicles though. She might be catching strays, but she ain't caught no stray follicles. Anyway. So yeah. We're gonna close y'all out. But listen. Now what was we supposed to be talking about? I don't even remember what we was talking about. I don't even much remember. They're saying that Nene's supposed to be like a friend of. She's gonna be in the season multiple times. I don't know. We already know she's on Ultimate Girls Trip, right? But they're saying that we're supposed to see her during the Housewives season. Baby, I don't know. I don't care enough. Only thing I cared about was that unibrow. Moving on. Joseline Hernandez. Joseline Hernandez. Joseline Hernandez is in the news. Joseline Hernandez says she been sober for 3 years. Uh-huh. She said, quote, 3 years. She said, let me get this right. Quote, 3 years off that nose candy, 3 years of clear mind, 3 years of solitude. My mind is clear, my body is strong. I thank God every day I didn't lose my life to the white girl. You girls, young girls, it's not a game and it's not worth it. Thank you guys also for those silent prayers for your fave. Me, I love y'all. When did you become our fave? Now all of a sudden you got advice. You telling the young girls what to do. Aren't you the one over there with television shows perpetuating the young girls beating each other down? That wasn't even 3 years ago where you had a coke induced rage where you was in Miami and they tried to remove you from the place and the police had to drag you off. That was not 3 years ago. And we know damn well you were in some coke induced manic state. Now, I applaud you on your sobriety, ma'am. But don't come out here and say you've been sober for 3 years. Bitch, you're a fucking lie. You're fucking lying. Now, while we want to celebrate your 3 months or 3 weeks or 3 days or 3 whatever, What the fuck I know it's not is 3 years. I might even give you 3 full moons. But it ain't been no fucking 3 years. We watched you in your coke, meth, heroin, fentanyl induced tirade. I'm not doing this with Joseline. I'm not doing this with her. I'm not doing this with her. Now, if you're going to come out here, Joseline, you got to tell us the truth. She wasn't sobered in. I thought she was talking about the cocaine when she said white girl. You're directing that at Amber. She did swing on Amber Rose on college. What was that? College Hill or whatever it was. She sure did and bust that woman's head into that glass. Did. Child. I mean, she say she y'all fave. I mean, I'm sure y'all were over there praying for her. Y'all had a prayer cloth, rosary beads. Y'all had them little candles that they use for Santeria and shit. Y'all put on sackcloth and all kinds of stuff. Y'all had the little cross with the ashes they do on Ash Wednesday and stuff. Y'all was over there doing all kinds of shit for y'all fave, praying for her. Get out of my face, Joseline. Can they leave us out of this? Like at this point, we don't care no more. We do not care no more about whatever y'all got going on. Okay. Candy, Todd, we do not care no more. Maybe y'all do. I don't give a damn. Candy out here accusing Todd of not helping with the kids. Talking about he faking like he's spending time with them. And he don't even be with them no more. He don't even be with them like that. Todd talk about don't seal the court documents. Leave them shits open. You talk about this shit all over social media and all on platforms and shit. Hell nah, bitch. Leave that shit open. I don't give a damn. Leave us the fuck out of it. I don't give a damn. Go with God. Because I listen, go with God.
Go with God.
Go with God, Crispy.
In our I was supposed to do a story. I don't know why it's not up here, so I'll do it before I do our last story. They're saying for us to offer prayers to Corrupt. Y'all know the rapper Corrupt. They said that he's been in the hospital for a while. I'm sorry I don't have the visuals, but they said that that they need they're looking for your prayers for Corrupt. Saying that he is in a serious situation. He has been ill for some time. He's a founding, y'all know he's a founding member of the Dog Pound, but they're saying he's been in the hospital for a few months now. And so we're praying for him and hoping that he can make a speedy recovery. So now, if you've been around for a while, going back to the to the 90s, early 2000s, you know who Corrupt is. So we're certainly praying for him and hope that he does well. In our last story of the day, That is Max B. I don't know this man. Xavier, who is this man? And what does he what do he have a song that we're supposed to know? Like I don't know who this man is. Anyway, according to Max B, he went on somebody's on Angela Yee to do a interview or whatnot, and they said that they heard that he had a little dick. So he said he pulled his pants down and whipped it out and threw it on the table and said, "Is this the little bitch?" They said somebody Angela said somebody told her, excuse me, that his meat was small. And he said, "Really?" And pulled down his pants and underwears and whipped it out and said, "Here it is." Is that how it's done, ladies? Is that all I have to do is tell him that it's small and I can get him to whip it out? Is that what we're doing? Is that how this works? All I have to do is tell him, "Oh, I heard it's small," and then they whip it out and let us see that it's not small. I'm just trying to take notes so I know where to go with this. I just want to make sure I know where to go with this. Cindy Alex, I guess so. I'm gonna start asking these questions. Listen, I'm gonna start bringing it up, Green Girl. Where's Tracy? Take notes that when we get on the cruise and we see somebody cute, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, I talked to somebody and they told me it was small. Is that true?" And we'll see how many we can get to whip it out for us, Tracy. Okay, just make a mental note of that. Just write it down. Mhm. I'm just saying. I have no idea who this man is. Harold. Harold. I don't know who he is. That's him right there. Miss Baythang. I don't know who this man is. Listen, I just want Tracy to write this down. So when we go on the cruise, we go down. Tracy, I got my hotel. I'm booking my ticket today. I ain't booked my plane ticket. So I got my hotel. I'm gonna book my plane ticket today. Tracy, we gonna go out. What you gotta let me know what time you getting in town, Tracy, so we can go out for dinner on Friday night. I mean on Thursday night. Tracy, we getting in on Thursday the 4th, right? Tracy, I need help with this. We getting in Thursday the 4th, right? So what time do I need um to get in? Nobody does. Nobody knows him. But Cindy, I don't know this man. I don't know this man at all. The man said she told him, somebody told her she had a that he had a small meat and he whipped it out. I don't know what y'all want from me. I didn't do it. I did not do it. So, but listen, y'all, that was the dossier for today. I gotta go. I'm supposed to be live at 9 for the Real Housewives of Potomac Married to Medicine panel at 9 o'clock. I still gotta go watch the last episode of Married to Medicine. So we will be here at 9 o'clock for the panel. And yeah, with Medusa and Darren Green. So y'all come back around if you so choose. to talk Potomac and Married to Medicine at 9 o'clock over here on this platform with Darren Green and Medusa. I'm so ready for it to be over with too, Harold. Like, I'm so over them hoes. I really am. I was so over them. You get there at 7 p.m. So both of us don't have to rent a car though. I'm gonna probably rent a car. So we'll talk about it, Tracy. I'll just rent a car when I get to the airport. And then we can go to dinner or something like that. Anyway, I'm glad to be back, y'all. We is back, y'all. I'm glad to be back. As I always say, I love y'all. I love on y'all. Thank you all for being vocal, present, and active. Thank you for doing what you do. Thank you for any and all contributions that you make to the channel. They are much obliged and much appreciated. Thank y'all so much for coming back. And we'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. We'll be here all week. We ain't going nowhere. At least not till it's time for the trip. For the cruise, I should say. That's all I got for y'all. Until later, we'll be back at 9 o'clock. Thank y'all for coming. Y'all drive safely. I'm out.